We've got ODU head coach Delisha Milton-Jones and Samara Fields following ODU's 68-66 win over Georgia Southern on Senior Day. Coach, if you could open with a statement.
Yeah, so number one, today was twofold. It was senior night and it was fan appreciation night. And I think that both parties deserve to have an ending like today, where the game was down to the wire and we won it off of a buzzer beater. And the fans were here, and they deserve to be appreciated in that manner by getting a win to close out our homestand in regular season within the Sun Belt Conference. And then our seniors deserve to be able to go out with a bang in our last home game. I'm super proud of everything that we're doing in this moment. Wow, I can almost get emotional just thinking about the journey that we've been on as a team. Sometimes the road can be rough in terms of the twists and the turns and the ebbs and the flows of everything that you have to encounter as a team. And I know that our fans, they love us, but sometimes people can forget that we're human and we're out here playing a game to entertain. But to know that some of us have been going through the things that we've been going through, the grieving process of losing so many loved ones. I think it's probably 7 to 9 players that have gone through something from the summertime till now in terms of a loved one that they've lost, and we've all just been trying to carry each other through that while we're still trying to play great basketball. Then you take a dippage in your play and you go on a 6-game losing streak that spanned for 36 days. That's a long time. But what it showed me was the resiliency attached to the perseverance that this team has, their belief system in self, each other, and me. And we all reciprocate that amongst each other. And we've been working relentlessly behind closed doors to heal and patch up anything that may be a blemish as we take this journey within the next step of preparing for the conference tournament. To end tonight the way that we did, I'm super happy for Samara. You know, she's the player that has the kahunas. You know, she's the player that success will always favor her because she is bold. And I love the fact that she never gives up. And every shot is a shot that she likes. I'll take a player like her any day where you kind of have to calm her down rather than someone that you have to light a fire up under them. She comes to play and compete every single night. And she's willed us to a lot of wins. And she's grown in this process. And just super happy for this moment for her. And y'all, the best is yet to come for this young lady. It really is.
When's the last time you've won a game with a bank shot?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. But I'll take it, though. I'll take it. And for it to be a 3.
Yeah.
Only her. Only her.
The last one I remember here was Trey Freeman. Are you aware of that shot?
9,
10 years ago, they beat Murray State, went to the NIT semis in New York. So
Was it a 3-pointer?
yes.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. That's exciting.
I can't remember another one. So.
That's exciting. Well, we'll take all of those that she has to offer, as long as we're coming up on the winning end every single time. But I'll give her the ball in those situations any night. I was really debating whether I should burn a timeout with 15 to 12 seconds left, and when I saw that she got the ball, I was like, I'm not even worried about it. I didn't want to burn a timeout, kind of lose the momentum based off of what I saw us transitioning into the half court. And we set a good rip screen, and we got a kick out, and she shook loose and saw her moment, took it. So super happy.
Did you call it?
Did I call it? I knew it was going in.
That's all that matters.
That's all that mattered. I knew it was going in.
Coach, you got some big contributions from Sarah off the bench. Can you just talk about the energy she provided in the fourth there?
Yeah, no doubt. Sarah, she was the unsung hero today. I know the heroics of Samara, it will probably take the headlines, but Sarah, Michaela Brown, Nisa Muhammad, Jaden Atchison, everyone is woven into this victory in a very delicate way. The contributions that they made, everyone sitting on the edge of the bench, ready for their name to be called, to come into the game and make an impact. And I love the fact that Sarah was ready. We needed some more size, throw a different matchup against, I can't think of her name right now.
India.
India. against India, because she was having her way in that paint. And then also, what's the big girl's name? Leah, there it is, Leah. Leah was having her way in the paint tonight, so I wanted to throw a different matchup out there. I thought Michaela Brown had her from the waist down, kind of wear them legs out, see what we can get. Then Sarah came from the waist up, provided a little bit more length, and she also allowed us to stretch the defense by her shooting abilities. Came in and hit a big 3 and a big 15-footer, and really got us back into the game and changed the course of things for us.
She got some fouls called against her that may have been, sometimes the big players,
I know. Listen, it was very physical in the first half, and I went to the officials at halftime and I said, hey, did you guys look at anything? Are you all making any adjustments? Because I want to know so I can let my players be prepared for what's to come. Oh, no, everything was fine in the first half. It's going to be fine in the second. And it wasn't. The game changed. The game changed, and they started calling everything a lot more closely on the inside. I felt like some things could go because naturally that position, when you're that close to the basket, is going to bring a level of physicality that you won't see outside of the paint. But they called it the way that they did. Thank God we were able to weather the storm.
Coach, you've talked about the strength of the Sun Belt. We've had a number of games that have come down to 5 points or less that they're decided by. I know Georgia Southern was towards the end of the standings. We get to see them again.
Yeah.
But they don't play like they're at the bottom of the standings.
No doubt. Any team that you come up against in the Sun Belt Conference, you can lose any night because there's a lot of talented coaches and there's a lot of talented players, whether they come from the D2 level, the JUCO level, the Power 4 level, the high school level. Everyone that is on the floor is a threat. And every night you really have to suit up and be locked in to be able to take away a lot of the skill sets and the beautiful things that a lot of these teams pose against you night in and night out. You can never rest. You can never rest. And you can't depend on anyone to help you in any way, shape, or form. You have to get it done yourself and just hope that something shakes loose for you when you get to this moment in the season where everyone's fighting for those coveted positions in the rankings. I don't know if anyone helped us out tonight or not, but we're just dead set on doing our part, whatever's within our responsibility.
What were you looking for in the last shot? Did you call a play or?
No, so when the ball came down, I was watching the flow, and my coaches, as good as they are, they were like, Coach, you got one. Coach, you got one. Coach, you got one. And I was like, yeah, I know I got one. I got one. I feel it in my gut. I love the flow of everything. I was able to talk them through a situation, found it, and then Samara was able to shake loose and do what she does best. I felt like there was some issues in terms of how they were either helping or how they were loading up on the weak side. And because we had the action going towards the baseline, that would shift everything and it would gain your attention. And that's when she was able to bust up the middle of the paint to the top of the key and find a good look.
You got 2 road games to wrap up conference play before you go down to Pensacola. Can you just talk about, getting that momentum? We talk about building momentum towards the end of the season, heading into the conference tournament. How important will it be to get another 2 before we go down to Pensacola?
It would be extremely important for us to get another 2 wins, not just for the sake of rankings, but for the sake of the work that we've been putting in. And we want to end the season streaking and really shake everything off of us that we encountered in that 6-game losing streak that we went through. What's weird about that 6-game losing streak, you look at the stat sheet and you would think that we won. And even at the end of the game, I still was celebratory for a lot of things because as a coach, yeah, the score wasn't in our favor, but man, the work that we've been putting in practice and then to see it come to fruition on the court, those were the things that really made me be even more optimistic about what's to come for us. And we continue to have positive conversation. We continue to tell the truth in certain situations that we're in, and everyone's believing, and things are working in our favor. They really are.
Samaru, Kelsey had the ball. She had essentially 2 people on her. Were you? Tell me what you were thinking as it went down to 5, 4, 3 seconds, and what you did to get open.
Well, we can go back to this week. This week we worked on our pick and roll coverages and how to read out of it. And within that, like Coach was saying, when she saw the flow of the game, also saw on the court seeing the flow of the game. We work on pick and roll coverages and how we should read and out of it. I had 2 on me, but I went down and came back up. When I seen Kels go off, I just came up and I knew Kels was gonna make the right read. It was like that.
She did make the right read, didn't she?
She did. She definitely did. And Kelsey, she's going to play the right way. That's what I love about her game. She's a baby savant when it comes to basketball. If you ever have an opportunity to sit down and just talk to her about the game, she will really impress you with her terminology and concepts, schemes. Really smart kid. So having the ball in her hands when India Buford fouled out, she had good size, she has good strength, and she can handle the ball well enough to where she can make a play within her attack. She saw that she was doubled, so she made the next best pass. She didn't panic and just throw something up. We worked on that, like Samara says. She knows that when the ball screen's going away from her, you have to lift up out of there and be an outlet whenever we can make the appropriate read based off of what they're doing. And it was textbook, really, when you think about it.
Coach, you had 3 seniors in the starting lineup. Can you also speak on them as well as the other seniors?
Yep, no doubt. So Brenda Fontana, Simone Cunningham, and India Buford. Tremendous job in terms of everything that they've done since they've been here. I love those 3 to death. They all feel like my daughters. I make a joke, and it's probably a silly one to make, but I love them like I had them, even though I don't have the stretch marks to prove it. But they definitely have a special place in my heart, and I love the fact that they chose this institution of higher learning, and they have bought into the pride and the honor attached to being a Lady Monarch. The transfer portal kind of can steal that joy of being able to say, I've been somewhere for 4 years and I lettered here. But for them to come from the JUCO ranks and the transfer portal and to really settle in deep, allow their roots to run long and hard within this fertile soil that we're in, and for them to establish themselves as a beautiful garden in the middle of our starting 5. It really has been a beautiful thing to witness, to see their growth. And I know that they've grown a lot, but they still have more to go. But the people that they are and what they represented in this community, it really says a lot about the character of each and every one of them. They play hard, they allow me to coach them hard, and then they try to find a way to play even harder. How can you not love that? How can you not appreciate that? So I owe them the world, I really do. And I hope that I can do the best job that I possibly can to send them off as winners.
Anything else?
Thank you.
All right, thank you both.
Thank y'all.